Hello and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a love reading for all of the fire signs for the mid-month of September. So the fire signs are Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. So this is a message for anyone who falls under that category as their sun sign, their moon sign, their Venus sign or their rising sign. So if you like the video, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel. All right, so I have pulled 3 cards from the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue, 3 cards by the Vice Versa Tarot, and 3 cards from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. So the first card that we have from the Romance Angels is Love Yourself First. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. The second card that we have is Give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. And the third card is This could be the one. Okay, so straight off the bat, I'm feeling as though you are in a romantic situation where you are with somebody who you could really build a long-term situation with. I say that because at the bottom of that deck, we also have the engagement card. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So you're with somebody that definitely could prove to be long-term and committed. This could be the person that's for you. This could be the person that you can make things happen with. I'm saying could because we always have our free will and our free choices, so you can decide not to be with this person. You don't have to be. But I do feel like there's somebody in your life who it really could work with. It really could work with if you gave this relationship a chance, if you understood that every relationship takes work and this one may feel as though it takes more work than others have in the past. But the understanding is that with more work comes more rewards, right? What is that saying? Nothing worth having in life is easy, or something like that. I think we underestimate sometimes just how much work relationships take, and we expect them to be without challenge, when that's not really how life is, okay? Once 2 human beings come together, then basically it's going to be a challenging situation, especially if you want to do it right. I feel like there's something very solid and very healthy about this relationship. But it feels as though perhaps that very realness is the thing that proves to be a little bit challenging. I'm very interested by this card here, the Love Yourself First card, where it says, your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. I do feel as though this relationship has really asked you to stand by yourself, your wants and needs, your desires, what makes you happy. I feel like you've also got to a place in your life where you're probably at the healthiest you've been relationally, if that makes sense. So you've been through some things in your past relationships and you've learned this art of self-respect. You've realised that the person that's for you is not going to expect you to give up all of your views, all of your wants, all of your needs, but that compromise is actually going to be the order of the day when a relationship is right for you. So you've learned how to love yourself first, which is why this relationship has come into your life, and which is why you're being asked to give it a chance, because this really could be the one that you are able to put everything that you've learned into and build a very satisfactory relationship. So the top row is clarified by the Vice Versa Tarot, where we have the Wheel of Fortune in, like, I don't know how to explain it, in reverse on that deck, where we have the Ace of Swords in reverse and upside down. And we also have the King of Pentacles in reverse and upside down. So I do feel as though you have, as I was talking about before, you kind of really have manifested this relationship into your life, okay? Here we see the Magician. So this person came into your life probably in quite a fated way, probably in a way that felt a little bit like destiny, but you certainly had a hand in this. You manifested this person into your life because you were ready. And when I talk about manifestation, I don't necessarily mean that you sat down and wrote a list, although you may have done. I don't necessarily mean that you actively try to use law of attraction. I actually mean that you were ready for this person, and so that readiness drew this person in. You're ready for this kind of relationship, this next stage of relationship, and so it appeared in your life, okay? I do think there are some words not being spoken. When it comes to working on this relationship, I feel as though you feel some hesitancy in terms of opening up and really saying what you want and what you really need, despite the fact that you know this is exactly what you need to do. I do feel some holding back here. So I want to urge you to open up. Start in little ways if you can. You may have a little bit of fear about opening up because it hasn't worked so well in the past, but know that this is a different situation. You've learned so much, and opening up to this can prove to be incredibly fruitful because this is the exact relationship in which you're meant to open up in. Okay, so in the past you may have not felt like you had a voice in your relationships. In this relationship, you do have a voice and you're being urged to use it. Okay, don't be afraid to speak your truth and say what you need and say what you want. The King of Pentacles here in reverse is a very interesting card. It speaks to me of you perhaps looking out into the future and not being at all sure about what you're going to have. This person, that could be the one, may be very, very different to anybody that you've been with before. And because of that reason, you're really unsure of how it's going to go because you can't quite picture it. You know, when you're used to repeating patterns, right, with the same kinds of people, even if they may look different, they often have the same kind of like underlying energy. I feel with this person you're involved with now, the underlying energy is very different. And so that's causing you a little bit of fear because even though the underlying energy may be much better than the people you've been with in the past, it's so unfamiliar that you have no point of reference. So it's really difficult for you to kind of like forecast and have a look as to how it's going to be. So that's making you feel a little bit unsafe, okay? But I want to urge you to trust in that discomfort, to understand that sometimes what feels comfortable is actually not always best for us, and that sometimes what feels very unfamiliar can prove to be really amazing, okay, and can prove to be much more comfortable for us in the long run, right? So I feel that's where you're at with this person that could be the one. They're a little bit different than what you're used to. You're not used to sharing your thoughts and your feelings with the people that you're with, but you're being urged to because that's exactly what this relationship is about for you. At the bottom of the Vice Versa Tarot, we have another really beautiful card. We have the Two of Cups. So this relationship is very equal, very reciprocal. The two of you have a strong bond, not just romantically, but also in terms of friendship. And you're both showing up. It's difficult for both of you, you know. This kind of vulnerability is hard for anybody. But you're both showing up and you're both deciding to go there with each other. So very strong, beautiful energy. We can see the star here. So that says to me that this relationship is very healing. You can also see the grass beneath their feet. So this relationship is also very grounding. It's very solid. It's very real. And I really like that for you, fire signs. And so this last line is clarifying the other two lines. We have the Trust the Niggle card. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? And Soul Family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So again, this card especially talks of a very strong bond. It's very similar to this card that we saw, okay? Two people showing up face to face, ready to do this work together. Very loving, very devoted. This card also speaks to perhaps, you know, having known this person before in other lives, right? So they've come back for you in this lifetime. And I think they've come back to heal wounds in you. Okay, I think they've come back to heal your voice. They've come back to show you that you can be yourself and still be in a relationship. That relationships are not necessarily about losing yourself, which you may have felt was the case in your past. I feel as though your heart and your soul are telling you that this person could be the one, okay? You're being asked to trust the niggle and to answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? I feel as though your soul is asking you to move forward with this situation. I think you know in your heart that this is something that you can feel safe in. And it's going to be a process. This isn't something to be rushed, okay? It's a very solid, long-lasting situation, I feel. And I feel as though you're being asked to go with it one step at a time. Face the challenges that come up when they come up. See this as a long-term situation that can go the distance. And understand that it is time for you to experience this kind of relationship. This is the next kind of relationship that is meant for you. And I want you to enjoy the journey. Okay. I'm going to pull a Journey of Love card just to kind of cement the energies for us. The Journey of Love deck by Lana Fairchild. So let's pull one out for us. I always like to let my cards kind of fly out on their own. A few too many flew out then, so I'll keep shuffling. Okay, one's fallen out, so we've got it. Such a nice card. Okay, so the card that flew out of the deck there was the Communal Dance, number 5. So you can see here people holding hands, right? It's a very similar energy to Soul Family, very similar energy to Two of Cups. Because even though this is a romantic love that we're discussing, it's also the kind of love that's really expansive, that's expansive enough to create community and to include community. Okay, it's a kind of love that is family. You may have a family with this person may integrate into your family really well, they may integrate into your friends really well, you may become a part of each other's lives in a way that you may not even be able to foresee right now. But there's something really special and really expansive about this love. And so, good luck with this. Enjoy it. Take the steps bit by bit and allow yourself to explore what this love situation could mean for you. All right. Thank you so much, fire signs. Bye.